Oh, hey, doggers. I'm home. Good dogs. Woo! Somebody left a gun case at my house. Could it be mine? Could it be new? Let's see what's in here. Go on. Go lay down. Go on. Well, yes it is. This looks pretty. What do we have here? I'll show you what we've got here. We got a Savage Arms autoloader rimfire model, 64 and 22 long rifle. Let's see if I can read off some of the specs for it before we get into it all the way. Do we have any specs on it? Shit. I'm not sure if we do. Oh, that's pretty cool. They include 25-round qualification targets in their handbook, just in case you're too cheap to buy them. No, I'm just kidding. It is not giving me any sort of specification on the parts. Here's a general breakdown of the gun if you ever wanted to know how it disassembles. I mean, I could tell you that. It's a pair of screws under the mag well. And then it comes with a gun lock. I got the lock in the other room. But I thought that was pretty cool. Picked that up from the gun store. And of course, you know me. I can't just ever leave anything well enough alone, can I? So when I went and picked that up from the gun store, I had to go and doll it up on the way home, and I also had to go out and shoot it. So let's take a look. Oh yes, look at that! Isn't that beautiful? Do a safety check really quick. Oh, yep, appears to be safe. No rounds, no magazine. Seems to be safe. Safety's on as well. So this is the Savage Model 64 in a synthetic stock. Probably can't hear the knocking. There you go. It's a synthetic stock right there. It's a nice gun. I want to say it weighs in around 6 pounds or so. It's pretty kind of heavy. It's got a much thicker barrel on it than you think. It's quite a bit of thickness actually there. It's I want to say a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch thick metal on all sides. I went and I dolled it up with a 4x7x19 scope right here. And I even further jacked that scope out by adding a Surefire mount with a Surefire light, as well as a pressure activated lazy switch. I call it a lazy switch for my laser because I'm too lazy sometimes to reach back here and click it on. I just want to have that point and use laser. And it is very, very accurate. Semi-automatic operated direct recoil, and it comes with one magazine right here. My big bugaboo with this gun is if you didn't know how to lock the slide back, you wouldn't think it locks back. And it doesn't. It does not lock back on the last shot. If you want to lock your slide back, you're going to have to put your gun against your hip like this, and you're going to have to pull back the slide and push the slide pin, or the charging handle, into this little, you can't really see it from that angle, there's a little circular cutout, semicircle cutout right here that'll keep your bolt face open like that when you push your charging handle into it. And to, of course, close your bolt, just pop the charging handle out. There, actually, now I'm sure you can see. There's little semicircles cut here, right in front of my finger. They're hardly even noticeable. But you gotta pull the charging handle back, pop it right on in there. And if you didn't know how to do it, you wouldn't think the gun locks back when it's empty. Or at all, for that matter. Your magazines are kind of weird. They're almost like inserting a magazine into an SK. You gotta take and you gotta fit the nose of your magazine. By the way, it's a weird shape. As you can see, there's a ball up there in the front of it. Kind of a weird shaped magazine. But you gotta get the nose Right here underneath this, the magazine release right here is the oddest one I've ever seen. And it's so short, there's no way to get positive purchase on it if you've got any oil or grit or dirt on your hands. It's very small and very heavily spring-loaded, so it's very hard to get a good purchase on it when there's a magazine in there. That's my major complaint. Besides the magazines themselves, they don't offer any large capacity magazines. 10 rounds is all you get per magazine, which is why I've got a couple of them. It's a loaded 10-rounder, and you can indicate your number of shells partially by this groove cut in there. When you fit it in, you got to get the lip of your magazine right there. If you can see, it's kind of catching up. You got to push that release forward and kind of seat your mag like you would an SK mag. Kind of turn it in there like that. Then when you get it about halfway in, it's going to want to kind of stop, so you got to kind of just pop it in like that. And then in terms of charging, you'll be able to see when you're dry by the red bottom of the magazine protruding there versus the full magazine. And releasing your mag is fucked up. There are a couple serrations right there in the mag release, and you got to get your fingernail right in the edge of one of those serrations and keep your hand there because it'll drop free. See? But overall, a very smoothly operating gun. Trigger pulls a little bit lighter than 4 pounds, I want to say. Magazine's 10 rounds, semi-automatic, direct recoil operated. You can fit any sort of scope and optic on here you want, but there are no aftermarket stock options. You cannot put some sort of crazy tactical AR-15 looking style stock on here. They're not fucking made for this gun. Being said, if you're some sort of crazy cool gunsmith, I'm sure you can figure out a way to get a magwell attached stock or make one to fit this gun. They do come in wood and laminated wood as well as a synthetic, which I choose just because I feel like it deals with the elements better, and this is a new field gun for me, just for varmint, rabbit, squirrel, what have you. Anyways, I'm getting this. This is getting to be kind of long. I just wanted to do a quick unboxing real quick, I guess, or uncasing, I should say, of this firearm with y'all. Well, I just got it home. And there will be more videos of this in days to come. This is my first kind of quick snapshot. I'll call this a snapshot review. An unboxing and a general overview just real quick. And in the days to come, I'll probably do a breakdown video of this to show you how it's disassembled and cleaned. And that video will probably come right after a fairly extensive shooting video where I'm going to rate how well this flashlight works, how easily adjustable the laser is, even though I've already got it zeroed, and just how far I can reach out with this scope and this rifle and still maintain accuracy. We'll try it with a couple different loads. We'll try it with 22 quiets. We'll try it with CCI stingers. We'll try it with some mini mags, which I've got in the other room, and we'll also try shooting some of this 22 birdshot out of it. And we'll just see how it does and how it goes. Anyways, this is JDopel1 thanking you a whole hell of a lot for watching my very first review, and also for subscribing, and just generally being a gun lover in general, because without us, nobody would be able to own this kind of thing. They'd have steamrolled us a long time ago. So, after having a wonderful day at the gun store, a beautiful Sunday, the 12th, and my daughter, who was born just a few days ago, Amelia, I'm living large right now, and I am absolutely loving my life. And I hope that y'all are too. Have a wonderful and safe rest of the weekend. And remember, stay armed and stay vigilant.